Hello, power year number nines. Last but least are our power year number nines. Wow. And if you are a power year number 9, now if you don't know what your power year is, if you just follow the calculations in the box below, it will tell you how to get to your power year number, which you only have to calculate once for the year of 2020. The month numbers will change, but that's where I come in, and I'll be telling you what those numbers are and what they mean. So if you are in a power year of 9, you are in the month for February of 11 over 2. So, oh boy, that's a tricky one. Because if we reduce that, you would be in the power year of number 2. So 9s, you can also listen to power year number 2 to understand where you're at. But, or month number 2, I should say, month number 2. But you are in an 11 over 2, which means that it's double. So if there's double frustration, or if there's frustration in the month of February for you 9s, it's going to be double. If there's luck and joy for you in the month of February 9s, it's going to be double. It's a very, very sensitive learning curve month for you. Okay, let's take a look. I've been shuffling the cards, 9s. Now 9 is the year of endings. And you know endings don't have to be sad. Endings can be a good thing. There could be a problem that's been going on for a long time that's suddenly sorted during the year. It can be a time where you decide to retire or take an early retirement. It can be the ending of a belief of something, or a ending of living in a certain way, and the beginning of a new way of life. It's a lot of exciting things. You're at an exciting corner now. 9, next year is the year of new beginnings, and so on. So it's a very exciting time, I find, when I'm doing a reading for clients, and we're shuffling these cards. Let's start like we always do, and let's take a look at 9s who are working, 9s who have a job in this month of February for 2020. Okay, that guy wanted to jump out at me. So what I have here is that if you are in a position if you're working for someone, not to be hasty about things, not to be impatient about things that you've been waiting for to happen. I feel like you've had a lot of irons in the fire, a lot of projects or a lot of things on the back burner, and you have been, come on, we got to do this, we got to get that, and we have to learn about all these things, and we have to learn more on top of that. But the universe is saying, no, it's moving slowly for a purpose. It's moving slowly for a purpose. It's the way it's meant to be. Now, coming into fruition, I feel like you have a lot of people on your side that like you and who want to help you. They may not all have the right advice for you. They may not, and some of them do. And some of them do have the right advice for you. But just, it's enough to know that their hearts, other people that you're working with, other people in your life that are giving you opinions about maybe where you work or a situation going on, people do really like you, and people do really have their heart in the right place. I feel like there's one person in there that inadvertently has caused trouble for you, or heartache for you, or will be. And it's just their personality. They're a needy person. They're perceiving something incorrectly, and it may trip up everybody else at the workplace in your area. But just to let you know that most people are on your side nine out of 10, most people are on your side and in your corner. But things move so slowly for you. For nines, let's move on now for nines who are looking for work. Now, nines, if you are working and you are looking for another opportunity, or another opportunity knocks on your door, read in between the lines to, sometimes I'll come right out and say and address that situation, but other times read in between the lines for these two readings because it's meant for you too. Whatever works is meant for you. Even if you're not a power year number 9 and you tune into this, it was meant for you to hear. So I'm going to pick out cards for our nines who are looking for work. That's a nice card. Nines. Okay, nines. And then... okay. This is very nice, nines. I have a card where your instincts are correct and to trust your instincts. And sometimes 2 steps forward are really 2 steps backward, and 2 steps backward are so that you can move 2 steps forward. And that seems to be the message in both of these readings, because above there are so many literally irons in the fire in my card here that you couldn't possibly address all those issues if you're still in that workplace. And then if you're looking for a job, it's like, what is going on? There's some kind of confusion and you have to use your own judgment and you're really not sure. But I feel like supporting you somehow when you're looking for this new job are one person or more than one person who is at your level, your intellect, and they are completely behind you. And it's this feeling like they're pulling you up by the scruff of the neck, and they're going to support you in whatever it is you need supporting. So let's, and let me finish this, and then I'm going to go back and address the numbers to these things, because this is the 11 over 2 is a little bit more confusing, and so let's do that separately. Coming into being is a very successful position for you. It's the 8 of Pentacles. An 8 is about money, making money. And Pentacles is about tangible, material things that you can touch, and rewards and finance. And it's coming into being where I think some of you, if you felt like you were going to lose your job, you're not, perhaps, because you might be really needed. But some of you who are already working, you might have been approached by other positions, and you're going to use your instincts over whether or not you should listen to them or not, or interview or not. But I feel like you've got good people behind you who are either recommending you or have something. They're of the same intellect as you. They're of the same wavelength as you. And you're going to bump right into them and fall backwards kind of thing. And boom, possibly land yourself, well, according to what I have right here, and this is for the month of February, with a very nice job that you'll be happy with. Okay, so let's take a look. Now, we're in this year of endings, so anything can end at any time, and that also means a new beginning when you're in this year of 9. Now you're struggling with this 11 over 2, or not struggling, having luck like crazy in this month of 11 over 2, so that when we're talking 11 over 2 and we're talking about it being sensitive at work because there's so many projects and there's so much that has to be done, that's an 11 over 2 situation, whereas where it was once 4 things on your desk of urgency, now it's 8 on your desk of urgency. When once it was one person in the office that was disgruntled, now it's, double the amount of people who are disgruntled. It's that kind of a thing. Now, when you're looking, but you can also get pat on the back doubly too for taking on all of these tasks and getting them successfully done, if you can. But things are moving slowly. And another thing about this 4 of Cups card, guys, if you're a 9 and you've got a job, is delegate, because you can't do it all yourself. And that's another way to make things more positive, but that makes it sensitive, because then you know the reasons. I don't have to give you examples. You know the reasons of why it can get sensitive in the office if you start doubling up on everybody else's work or saying that you can't do it all. When I'm coming down here and I'm looking, this is somebody who's been looking for work, well, you may have double the opportunities. You may have double the support, double the job offers, double the job opportunities. And you know what that means if you don't get them? Double the regrets, double the no's, because that's the way the bally bounces. The more times you apply, the more times you can win or lose. But what's really nice about this, if you're looking for work, is that you've really got powerful people in places that can really help you on your side. And that's very exciting. Okay, 9s, let's put these back and let's take a look at relationships. Okay, let's take a look at relationships. So if you are a 9 and you are in a romantic relationship right now, let's take a look at what's the best we can expect for you, or what's going on inside that relationship. Very nice. Okay. 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 So if you are in a relationship and you are power year number 9, you have a delayed successful situation going on, so that there may be question marks galore in a relationship. You may have a question mark about one situation. You may have a question mark about a bunch of situations. But I feel like it's delayed success. That's what the card is. It's about delayed success, and it is about the birthing of new things and new ideas. And you're in the midst in this relationship of trying to recreate something or create something perhaps new, whereas you're not going to see the turnaround or the answers that you want for a while. And we got this same message in the last reading for you 9s when we were asking about for those of you who are working. It's like there's a lot of irons in the fire, and yet why is everything going so painfully slow? And the answer from my perspective is because it's meant to. It's because things are getting lined up for you to be able to follow your path the way you're meant to follow it. And so in this year of endings, some things have to end to have new beginnings. Some things end quickly. Some things are ending at different times. And to get these new beginnings all lined up for the end of this year into 2021 to get those new beginnings. Now, that's not in regards to everything. But I do feel like in this relationship where, okay, there's a pause on this or that or the other thing, what's coming into being is my 6 of Swords cards. And that is you and your relationship hopping on a boat kind of thing, just taking off, going and exploring different directions and not really knowing where you're going or where you're headed. But you're following your instinct, which was down. We already got that card, right? We got that card when we were talking about if you're looking for work. And it's following your instinct about things, even if you're not really sure what you're doing, and observing and looking and asking questions and looking around. So whatever the subject matter at hand is in your relationship, there's some question marks where you don't really know what the answers are if you have a particular question, but you're willing to look. Let's say you're trying to have a family. You'd like to start a family, and it's just not happening. It's not happening. And you say, well, you know what? I'm reading about these natural remedies on the internet. I'll try them. I'll have my partner try them. We don't really know anybody who's done this. We don't really know anybody who's had success with it, but there's some people on the internet that are saying they did. We'll give it a whirl. And at the same time, we'll start researching for fertility clinics. And there seems to be a good one in a different state. And I don't know that state. I don't know anybody in that state, but maybe I'll just take a stab at, let's just take a road trip and make an appointment and go and check it out. Now, where you're coming from, this is what I'm delaying because I'm not sure what this is. Okay, so you're a 9 and you're in this sensitive month. And you're coming from a place of, I don't know, somebody has gotten a reprimand. Somebody has been slapped on the wrist, whether it's you, whether it's your partner, whether it's both of you, or both of you together. But I feel like you're coming from a place of disappointment, and you wish that things could unfold or just come around, work out for you. But there's a journey, so to speak. There's exploring, so to speak, to be done before the answers fall into place for you and your honey. Okay, 9s, I'm really trying to spit it out here, but when I get these cards that are just not related, and then we have to put it to your numbers and stuff, it takes some doing. And make it general, because I'm not doing a specific reading for somebody. So I hope that helps you. Let's take a look for those of you who are looking for a relationship in your life. Okay, 9s, let's take a peek. You're looking for love. You're looking for a relationship in this month of 11-2, which could mean lots and lots of lovers and lots of falling on your face. Let's see how that goes for you for February 2020. Now I feel like this has been many slaps on the wrist for you 9s. I'm feeling like a breather is needed for this month of February, and I feel like you're meant to sit back and say, okay, let me not rush this. Let me not redesign my, profile for Match.com. There's a feeling of unease and distrust and unhappiness on your part about how it's been going to look for someone. And I just feel like then maybe lay low for this month. If you're feeling sensitive in particular, because it is such a sensitive month for you. Now, next month, you're going to be in the month of 3, and that's a month for dating and a month for meeting people, and ooh la la, that could be so much fun for you. Why torture yourself more in this month of February? Now, if somebody comes out of the ethers and you want to give it a go, then you've got to trust your judgment and your instincts. That's a message that's been coming in for you this month, and you've got to give it a whirl. But I don't feel like going out of your way and beating a dead horse and forcing, I'm going to go in there with a vengeance now, and find someone or look for someone, or where'd that person go? That person seemed to be so nice and now they just fell off the universe. Well, they might be coming back next month. So don't beat the dead horse or ruin something, because maybe something's really legitimately happened that's keeping them from getting back to you. That's just one example. Okay, nines. All right. As you can get from what I'm saying is that it's a sensitive month. So hey, if it's working for you and you're like, whoa, this and this and this and this and this are falling into place for me in the month of February, hey, I'm going with it. But if you're kind of beaten up over something, then you can give yourself a break until the month of more ease comes in March, and more positive comes in March, and more opportunities come in March. You can give yourself a break and not feel like you're goofing off. Okay, nines, for our last segment, please think of a very specific question, as specific as you can. I tell my clients the more specific they are, the more specific I am. I'm shuffling. So you will take the answer to your question and what I get here from the cards, and you will tweak the words to fit your question, and you just won't change the outcome. Okay, here we go, nines. So think of a question. Here we go. Let's get the best possible answer for you. There's that card again. Now, this is a different deck. Okay? This is a different deck that I have. And there's that card again for you, where you are just kind of coming from a place of, I don't really know where I'm headed, but I'm not going to roll over and die. So I'm going to try a little of this to get my answer, and a little of that to get the outcome that I want, and a little of that to get my questions answered. I'm just going to keep on plugging. Now, where I find you is a really nice place. It's the Nine of Pentacles. So it's a place where you don't need a push. You don't need somebody else's motivation. Again, I got to keep these numbers 11/2 in mind. You are a place of being proud. You've had many accomplishments. This is a very nice money card for you. So it could be that you work independently, that you're a self-motivator and you work from home and you're a self-starter. It can be that you get good news about money or finance coming from somewhere. It can be that you've really saved for a rainy day, but you're the total package. You're okay being on your own if you have to be for a month. You're okay working for yourself. You're okay motivating others if that's indeed what you're doing. But it's a wealth card, so it's a lot of balls in your court, so to speak. Now, coming into fruition is the wonderful relationship card. It's the best that you can have in relationships, so that if you've been looking for love, if you've been looking for commitment, if you've been in rough waters with your honey, you land on your feet. This is a beautiful, fortunate card. Now take it and double it for yourself. It's really, really nice. It's rubbing somebody the right way in the workplace. It's finding a group that is so easy to work with or for. They're so on your wavelength, and it's all from you. Trial and error. Let me try this. It's finding the right doctor. It's finding the right hospital. It's finding the right place to live. It's doubly good, but it's also doubly difficult to get there. But you don't give up, according to what I have here, or don't give up. And you just keep on plugging and keep on plugging and keep on plugging and keep on plugging, and all of a sudden, things work out for you. I really like it, nines. It's a really tricky month to be in, like I say. Who is in the power year number 2? Let me just check my notes. Okay, Nobody, you. So you just, you would take these words and you would double it. That's how it goes, with an 11/2 month. And but I've emphasized that. So no, you don't have to take my words and double it, because I've already emphasized through this whole entire reading that whatever we get can be double the pleasure and double the aggravation for you. And we've already explored that, so you don't have to worry about that at all. So I'd be very interested to hear some feedback from you. If you'd like to give me feedback or just find out more about me, please jump on to gemmaswindow@gmail.com. Or subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you, Nines. Thanks so much, Nines. See you next time. Bye for now.